Let's check it out. Here's another palette that is slowly diminishing. I only have 3 boxes left on this palette. That's what I want to talk about today. Yes, I have a Gaylord of Mixed Media. You've heard that before. It's the last one I have. But let's talk about these 3 boxes here and some other boxes. I'm Andrew from 510 Books. It is Tuesday, October 12th, 2021. It's morning. I wanted to share with you something that I've been talking about for a while, just kind of mentioning in other videos. Excuse me. Is FBA, Amazon FBA, fulfilled by Amazon. Let me show you those other boxes. These are the other boxes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then there's 2 others hanging around here somewhere. And here's some of the CDs. So inside of those boxes are CDs, and those were inside of those boxes, ones that I've emptied. So basically what happened is I haven't been doing much Amazon because I don't go out to thrift stores or garage sales or estate sales or anything like that, just looking for Amazon items. I've done that maybe twice in the last, I don't know, year or so. Well, probably a few more times than that, but not very often. Whereas I used to go weekly, first couple of years of reselling books and media. But so anyway, nonetheless, even though I'm still getting Gaylords, I'm getting donations, I'm making bulk buys, I don't find a ton of books, CDs, whatever, that are worth sending in to Amazon, to FBA. It's just a small percentage. Even out of a whole mixed media Gaylord, all the CDs, DVDs I can't do on Amazon, but the CDs I can, and video games and audiobooks. And most of the video games I just keep here to sell locally because I want to build up my inventory and that type of thing. But I just generally don't find that much. So my inventory on Amazon, my FBA inventory, at its peak, and this is probably more than 5 years ago, I think I had as many as 2,700 at one time. That was my peak of items in FBA. So I have gone really big with FBA in the past. Now I have 440, 430, around there. About 440 is the last time I saw it, which was about a week ago. So it's probably around there. I'm definitely going to need to go through that and get rid of some old stuff for sure. I've already got rid of some. I mentioned that in a previous video briefly, but so that I can free up some space for new stuff. So I came across an opportunity to, that's aside from buying Gaylords, my local thing, is I found a source that can send me CDs that have already been scanned for Amazon, for FBA, the ones that are good for Amazon, basically. So this is my first trial run of this, and I'm spending $1 per CD, and I bought 1,000 CDs, and I had them shipped. It's in another state. I had them shipped to me. And so this is me going through them. I'm almost done. I have 3 more boxes. These ones behind me I've already gone through. A bunch of them are FBA, a bunch are merchant fulfilled, and some I can't send into Amazon. So what happened is essentially they had, it turns out as I'm going through them, is they were looking more at the prices versus the sales rank. So what I'm going to try to do is adjust that and have it focus more on the sales rank versus the price. So some of those CDs are actually not even worth sending into Amazon FBA or even doing merchant fulfilled. So I'm going to have to put them in my local sale or put them in some sort of lot on eBay. But I already went through, so let's say I've gone through 7 of the boxes, 3 left, and I've already sent in an FBA shipment of, it was 139 CDs. That's already been delivered as of yesterday. And so hopefully today or tomorrow, it'll start to be received and scanned into my inventory, and stuff will start to sell. So this is the biggest shipment I've sent into FBA for quite a while. So that's exciting. But yeah, and I have another about 115 or so that I have to replace the cases. Well, I don't have to replace every single case, but that I'm going to go through and replace all the cracked cases And then thankfully I have a lot of extra blank jewel cases, empty jewel cases that are not cracked. I had a good stock, so that's good. But anyway, but I'm going to send that in as a second shipment this week. What is today? Tuesday. So if not tomorrow, by Thursday. Anyway, so yeah, so that's the point. I mean, that's what I wanted to share with you is that I found a different source. And you're going to ask, well, where did you find the source? I mean, just keeping my eyes open, basically. Found it in a group, in a Facebook group. You will find these things, guys. I highly recommend, if you're not already participating in reselling groups on Facebook, you should do that. There's a lot of them. Even within books and media, there's a lot of them. Join a couple of them, join 4 or 5 of them, and you'd be surprised. These opportunities just come along. I mean, I got an email from someone else that I found out about through a Facebook group that had Gaylords of books, actually truckloads of books, of Gaylords of books that I can't deal with. I mean, if I had a big operation, that would be something I would consider, but I don't have a bulk operation currently, so not able to do that. But those kind of opportunities come along. They don't come along all the time. They don't come along constantly. But if you're in the, if you got your finger on the pulse of book and media reselling, if you want to, you've got to get into these groups, because there's thousands of people in there across the whole country. And even if someone's across the country or in a different state, you can still get stuff shipped to you, which is what I had. I had 1,000 CDs shipped to me. It was over 300 pounds, so I had to pay a couple $100 for shipping, plus the $1 a piece, $1,000 for the CDs. But my first shipment in of those 139 CDs, the potential profit was just over $1,000. Of course, we all know, if you're doing FBA for any amount of time, or reselling in general, but if FBA, that I'm definitely not going to sell all of those CDs. Number one, there'll be a percentage. It could be 10%, it could be 20%, it could be even higher. Hopefully not, but that won't sell at all, and I'll have to have them removed within the next year or so. A percentage of them, but a lot of them will sell, and they'll sell for what they had unlisted. Some of them I'll have to lower the price, and then they'll take a little longer to sell, but they'll eventually sell, etc. So that $1,000 of potential profit is probably going to be lower, but it's still nice to send it in. It could end up being $700, could end up being $800, $750. I don't know. But that's just the first shipment. Like I said, I have another shipment going, and it's going to go in the next couple of days. And then I'll have another one once I go through those last 3 boxes. So the way it's going right now, it's at 139 in. I'm going to send another about 110, 115 in. So that's 250-ish. I'll probably send in another 100-ish. So it's a very low percentage that ended up being for FBA. So maybe that's like 350, 360 CDs. And then a bunch for merchant fulfilled. So there will be hundreds for merchant fulfilled. Let me show you right here. This whole pile here starting up there is all merchant fulfilled. These 3 piles are FBA. These are what are left over. So these 2 going down and this small one here, from 7 boxes that I can't do at Amazon at all. I've also have this stack over here for eBay. And then I've got these over here, which are priced individually for my local sale, including a few video games. Yes, there were some video games in there. Not a ton, but there were a few. I have some good ones that I can sell locally as well. And this one I found out, called Great Pianists of the 20th Century, that if you have a bunch of these in a lot on eBay, you can get some good money for them. I don't have quite a ton of them, but I've got a decent amount here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I know I have 2 more at home that I'm going to add, so that's 9. And we'll see in those last few boxes if there's any more. Apparently that whole set, I think it's like 50 or 60 CDs maybe. I could be wrong on that, but it's a lot. I saw it going for like $600 or something crazy. So I don't think I'm going to find the whole set, but anyway, I might be able to get some decent money out of those. So, oh, and also I've listed, I don't know, 10 or 12, maybe less, but about 10 or so, 8 or 10 CDs on eBay already. And I sold one right away after I listed it a week ago. It sold. It was a collection of classical CDs, and it sold for $45 plus shipping. So I'm already starting to make some money on eBay off of these CDs. And once I start, once I send in all of the FBA ones and they're all live, well, I don't have to wait till then because I'm going to start getting sales. But yeah, my point is I'll start recouping all the money that I spent and then getting into the profit pretty quickly, especially after I list all the eBay stuff. Anyway, so there needs to be an adjustment made for this deal to work for me. I definitely have to talk to the person and see if, they're super flexible, but tweak it a little bit because there's potential for this to be a great deal for me for two reasons. Number one, great profit, only spending $1 per CD. And just looking at the best ones that I found, the ones that I've sent in, they're all over the place with profit, right? Some of them only, $3, $4, $5, but there's many that are over $10. There's always going to be some as well that are going to be, the lights are going out on me, that are going to be much higher than that, $20, $30, $40, $50 profit. I've come across some of those. Came across a Rolling Stone CD that's a live 3 CD, 1 DVD set, so 4 disc set that I have on eBay for $100. It's pretty rare apparently, and it does go for good money. It's a bit the sleeve and whatnot in the case is in rough shape, but all the CDs, all the discs work. I tested them. So that's kind of stuff I come across as well in this. I've come across, and I'm excited to get to the last 3 boxes. But if we can tweak it, if I can tweak it with my source, and I can get a much higher percentage for FBA. The idea was that all of these would be for FBA. So if I can get even just close to that, if I can get 700, 800 of these to be good for FBA, even higher, it's potentially very profitable. So of course the profit, but also I'm diversifying. One second. I'm diversifying. And I've wanted to build back up my FBA inventory and consistently send in more inventory, which I haven't been able to do. I've been able to do it sporadically. I'll send in, 15 items here, and then a month later I'll send in 20 here. And sometimes I'll do a couple back-to-back shipments, and it's just been sporadic. So if this works out, I could consistently feed the beast, as they say. And I don't know what my limit is on my FBA inventory. I've heard a lot of people saying they can only go up to 1,000. So I'm going to test that and see what happens. I'm not quite sure. I haven't done the research on figuring out where it tells me that. But if my limit is 1,000, well, that's okay. I mean, I'll just, because I'm going to sell through a lot of these, right? So I'll just be really quick about trying to turn them over, which is how I'm pricing them, to turn them over quickly. Plus, of course, it helps that we're heading into Q4, and that's always the best time of year to sell online, especially FBA and Amazon. So I'm really excited about it. Let me check something. It's turning into a long video. I'm excited about the potential of it. I already see it with even a low percentage of these CDs being good for FBA, and even the ones being good for merchant fulfilled. But there definitely needs to be some tweaks made for it to work. Because if I were to keep getting shipments like this, it's still going to end up being profitable, but it's just not worth. It's probably not worth it. I mean, it might be worth it. Even if I double or triple my money, I mean, if I make 2,500 or whatever, profit, well, what do you call it? Gross sales, and I recoup my initial spending and all that. It's still, even doubling your money is good, right? But I want to do better than that. I want to triple, quadruple, or more. I was thinking to make $5, per CD averaged out. Because there are ones that are going to go for more, so it brings up the average. If it works out, I'll keep you guys posted how it's going to go. But keep your eyes open, keep your ears open. Just pound that digital pavement, whatever you got to do to find this stuff. And don't ask me to pass it along to you. You got to find this stuff on your own. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. And thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Take care. Stay safe. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.